Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to a Sunday stream for Femme Fatale ZA. My name is Laura. Thank you for joining us. After much debate and thinking and everything else, I decided to do tonight's stream on dealing or coping with a family member with bipolar, because I know that there is quite a few people out there with bipolar, and I know it's quite difficult to deal with family or friends or spouses or something like that has bipolar. So I decided to just stream about that. I'm busy looking for my phone and it's in my lap. I'll just turn off my notifications. What did I want to do now? I wanted to do something. I can't remember what it was. How's that? Oh yes, I wanted to put on the music. Yes. Music! Okay, sorry, I can't handle sitting in silence. It's driving me mad. Hello, Ruon. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Lazelle. Hello, Lynn. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Good evening, beautiful Laura. How do you know what I need? My daughter is bipolar. Well, that's why I do all kinds of streams, because I know that there's so many different things that we all battle with and we all struggle with. Oh, stolen by mothers here as well. Hello. Thank you for joining us. I know there's quite a few things that we all deal with on a daily basis that's hard to cope with and hard to deal with. And I would like to try and help people in these things if I can. I don't have a family member with bipolar. So it's maybe a very strange subject for me, because it's not something I deal with on a daily basis. But I have heard things from people and spoken to people who do have family members and that with bipolar. So that's why I would like to deal with it and do a stream on it and see if we can have some information that can help you guys. Hello, Curve Complex. Thank you for joining us. And Daryl and Johan. Who else is with us? I'm trying to see. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I see there's only 5 likes and there's 9 viewers currently. So don't forget to smash the like button if you haven't already. Okay, I'm going to be switching screens, so I won't see you guys' comments, but I'll switch to and from. Because as you guys know, I have a terrible memory, so I tend to read things a little bit, because I'm not going to remember everything I've studied and researched. Okay, so this is a entire thing that I read up on how to deal with a bipolar family member. And it says having a family member with bipolar disorder can be a challenge and takes patience and compassion. In coping with a family member's bipolar disorder, it is important to support your family member, take care of yourself physically and emotionally, and educate yourself about the disorder. And I think that is an extremely important thing. If we don't educate ourselves on what bipolar is and what the side effects are and what the symptoms are, number one, if we don't know what the symptoms are, we can't pick up on whether a family member has bipolar or not. And if we know these things, then we might actually help somebody or save a life, because I've heard of so many people with bipolar that end up committing suicide or end up self-harming themselves, and it's really, really bad. So we need to know the signs, guys. We need to know the symptoms. We need to know the how people act. We need to be aware of what's going on with our family members around us. We need to know what they're going through, because just like me, I'm pretty sure everybody would like to prevent something bad happening to a family member, you know. It is important to support your family member, take care of yourself. That is also very important. So even if you have a family member that has gone off the rails a little bit and going through a hard time, you know, you always have to remember to look after yourself as well, because if you're not looking after yourself, How can you be there for somebody else? It's the same thing even with your kids. Okay, you need to make sure that you are okay, that you are physically and emotionally okay. Because if you're not going to be able to help them. You're not going to be able to support them in the way that you need to. Okay, let me just check if there's any comments. Okay, everybody's just saying hi. Rhodesians Will Never Die says we need a bipolar support group. There actually probably is quite a few out there. If your daughter is currently seeing a psychologist or a specialist, then just ask them if there are any support groups out there. Then you can probably get one in your area. Speak to your local churches as well. Your local churches might also do a support group for bipolar people. And guys, let me just say here, and I see it happening quite a lot, and it makes me feel very sad. You get people who judge people, and it is not right, and it is not fair. Okay? Do not judge people because of things that they battle with, whether it be bipolar, whether it be depression, insomnia, or other mental issues, mental depression, anything like that. Hello, Leanne Princess. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Hendo. So guys, please don't judge people in these kind of situations, okay? You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're going through, and you don't know. We're all different. We all think differently. And we don't know, like, even if you're a mother, you don't know what happens to them during school or with their friends or things like that. So you don't know how things affect them. I was bullied a lot at school, and fortunately I'm okay. I'm all right. So everybody grows up differently, and everybody's emotions are different, and everybody's personality is different. So please don't judge people in these kind of situations. It is not a great thing to do, and it's a shame. It really, really is. It's the same as when you see people judging disabled people. It is not great, guys. Please don't judge people when you haven't been in their shoes and you don't know what they've been through. Okay. That's the end of my little rant, okay? Okay, so let's get into this. So part 1 is supporting your family member. Okay? So understand that some of your family members' behaviors are linked to the disorder. So you need to that's why I say you need to go and research up what the behaviors are of someone that is bipolar. Because if you don't, you're not going to know what those symptoms are and what their behaviors are. So you don't know, maybe you think that they're being nasty to you, or they're being funny, or they're being oversensitive, or, but remember, people with bipolar don't think the same way that we do. What might only slightly affect you and I is like a huge mountain to them. It is massive. Okay, so you've got to make sure that you know what the behaviors are, and every person with bipolar is slightly different. So if you have, for example, Lynn, your daughter that goes to a psychologist, speak to the psychologist and say to him, hey, look, him or her, and say, hey, look, what things should I be looking out for? Because they're seeing your family member. Okay, they will know what the triggers are. They will know what the behaviors are that your family member battles with and what they struggle with. Okay, so please, please, please go and speak to the psychologist that your family member is going to, and find out what their triggers are. Okay, that way you can be more helpful to them and more supportive, because now you know, okay, I need to avoid doing these certain things because I don't want to trigger this person. Okay, here's an example. A person who is chattering on about themselves selfishly or bragging is normally recognized as arrogant or self-centered. This behavior in a person with bipolar disorder is a sign of mania, as are other risky behaviors that may be equally unappealing to you. So if there is somebody who's constantly bragging about themselves, remember, a lot of people with bipolar have a very low self-esteem. So 9 times out of 10, people, they try and overcompensate for that, and they try and make themselves look good or feel good to everybody else. Okay, recognizing that this is a symptom of the illness and not an intentional behavior by your family member is helpful in understanding their condition. However, be cautious not to associate every mood your family member has with their illness. Very important. People with bipolar disorder can be can be mad or sad in healthy ways too. Okay? One way you can understand your family member's illness better and show support is to simply ask about their experience of it. Make sure, however, that you use discretion and identify if they feel comfortable talking with you about it before you attempt to engage them. If this is too threatening, you could simply ask how they are doing and gain more information about what they are currently going through. That is very, very important. Make sure that you are somebody that family member knows that they can open up to, that isn't going to judge them. Okay, let me just see if there's any comments here. Johan Clausen just saying hello to everyone. Leanne Prentice says, my stepdaughter had bipolar and it's amazing the medication you get. A neurospecialist will have great support groups. Yes, please go and speak to the neurospecialist, Lynn. You're one of them. Go and speak to, or anybody else who's watching the stream and you know of somebody. If that person doesn't want to open up to you, but you're really desperate to try and understand what they're going through, then go and speak to a psychologist or a neuro specialist and try and get a better idea of the disease. Okay, because it is a disease. It's not just people being stupid or people being silly or anything like that. So please, even if you do some research on Google or online, or watch some streams, or because I'm pretty sure I'm probably not the only one who's done a stream on this. I haven't found any personally, but just keep an eye out and go and have a look. Lynn said to Leanne, you are so lucky. We are still finding our way. We will speak to her specialist. Exactly. Speak to her specialist. Because I say everybody's different. So everybody might not have the same behaviors or the same symptoms as other people with bipolar. Okay. And always remember, number one, downplay the disease. Okay. So don't make them feel like the disease is nothing and they're being silly. Don't ever do that, because then you make them feel like they're stupid. Okay, so don't downplay the disease. Don't make them feel like what they're doing is wrong, because that wouldn't be right. Okay, as well as don't overplay the disease. So don't downplay and don't overplay. So as this article says, don't think that every single behavior that they're showing you is due to the disease. It might not necessarily be so. Okay? So if you can, make sure the person trusts you. Make sure the person knows that they can open up to you. Make sure that you are discreet. Okay? Make sure that whatever that person discusses with you, you're not going to go and speak about it with somebody else. Don't. Okay? Because the second you break that family member's trust, you will lose them forever. Okay? They will never open up to you. They will never trust you. They will never think you're reliable to speak to. They'll never be your friend. Okay? So be very careful about what you tell people. Okay? If somebody asks you, then say to them, look, unfortunately it is a private matter. I cannot discuss it. Be honest with people. I have the trust of this person. So I'm not going to, I cannot discuss it with you, unfortunately. Okay? All right. Let's see what else we have here. So number 2 is support your family member with their mental health treatment. Okay, so that's also very, very important. Support them with their medication. Don't turn around and say, oh, you don't need this. Don't. Okay? If the neurospecialist or psychologist has prescribed specific medication, let them take it. And try and help them remember to take it and make sure that they do take it. Okay? I'm not saying I'm trying to think of the right word, because one word that's coming to my mind is not going to work. Don't be strict with them like a teacher, or don't be like that. Do it in a supportive way. Okay, like say, did you remember to take your tablet this morning? And don't be like, yeah, because I can see you acting up today, so I want to know if you've taken your medicine. No, 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 no. Don't set them off. Okay, that's why I say you've got to learn their triggers. You have to know what triggers them. Don't set them off. Find ways of speaking to the person where they don't feel like you're making them feel like a lesser person, where you're not downplaying or upplaying their disease. Okay, you got to find a healthy medium. All right. Since bipolar disorder is best treated with medication and therapy, it is crucial to be supportive of your family member engaging in treatment. So one of these ways I would say is, if they too scared to go to a bipolar support group on their own, offer to go with them. Say to them, look, if you're nervous about going on your own, I'll go with you. Take that hour or 2 hours out of your week or whatever it is and go with them. Number one, it'll help you learn more about bipolar disorder. And number two, that person will really, really appreciate you making that offer and trying to help them. Okay. One way to become involved is to participate in your loved one's psychotherapy. Family therapy can be a helpful resource in supporting an individual with bipolar disorder. So as I was saying earlier, go to the specialist or the psychologist with your family member. Okay? Communicate with your family member's mental health care provider. If your loved one has signed a release for you to speak with their therapist or doctor, you can notify that person about possible concerns or problems as they arise. Remember, some people with bipolar disorder don't remain the same. Sometimes they can get worse. So if you can recognize what their behaviors are, and you recognize and you know for a fact that they're taking their medication, then you can recognize that they're actually getting worse and that something needs to be done about it. Okay? If your family member is not currently receiving mental health treatment, you can encourage or help them to seek treatments. And okay, this is just places in America. That's not going to help you. You can search for therapists or psychiatrists in your area who specialize in bipolar disorder. However, be careful not to push treatment on your family member if they are reluctant. Okay? Unless they are potentially harmful to herself or others, this can scare them off and disrupt your relationship. Okay, so there again goes into the whole thing of don't be forceful. Okay, don't force people to do what they don't want to do. Leanne Printer says, timeous meds are so very important. Excellent advice. Yes, and that's the other thing is, with any medication, and this is what a lot of people don't realize with medication, it is so important to take it at the same time every single day. So if you take, for example, your depression medication or anxiety medication at 7 o'clock at night, then make sure it's 7 o'clock every single night you take your medication. It is very, very important to take medication at the same time every single day. Even if it's just something small like antibiotics, take them at the same times throughout the day. So if you know, okay, I have breakfast at 6 o'clock and I take my antibiotics straight after that, then take it the same time every single day. Okay, don't change the times when you take your medication. It loses its effectiveness. Okay, so make sure you take your medication at the same time. Hey, Gentle, thank you for joining us. And take a sip of coffee. Sorry, I talk way too much in these things because I'm the only one on, so my throat tends to get a bit dry. Like last time, everybody thought I was getting sick on Friday. It's like, no, I'm not getting sick. Okay, number 3, help monitor medication compliance. Okay, so that's another thing we're talking about. It is common for individuals in bipolar disorder to avoid taking their medication since the high of mania can feel good to them. Okay, so remember, you've got 2 parts of bipolar disorder. You're either one of these who are on the lows all the time, or you're on the highs all the time, or you have both. Okay, so you need to, especially if it is a family member that's on the high all the time or most of the time, you need to make sure that they're taking their medication, because sometimes they like this high. Okay, so you've got to make sure, you have to be careful. If you notice that your family member has gone off their medication, the first step would be to notify their psychiatrist or general practitioner as soon as possible. Most likely, the doctor will want to speak with your loved one and will inform you of how to proceed. If you are not able to speak with a doctor, you can encourage your loved one to take their medications or provide incentives, such as special treats or doing something with them that they enjoy if they agree to be medication compliant. So that is quite a nice thing, actually. So have a look and see what your family member likes to do. If they like to go to the movies, and say to them, well, look, you know what, if for this whole week you take your medication as you should be, then you know what, on Saturday we'll go to the movies. We'll go and watch a movie. How about that? You know? So it's like, you know, it's the same as small children. We reward them for good behavior. So it's the same sort of thing, just obviously for an adult or for an older person, or depending if it's your child, then obviously it'll be a younger person. So it's all about learning the correct ways to get them on the right track. Okay. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, number 4. Adhere to a medication regime. Do keep in mind that adherence to medication regimens is not necessarily just a simple, straightforward matter of choosing whether or not to take the pill. Medications commonly used to treat bipolar disorder frequently cause substantial adverse effects such as forgetfulness, sleepiness, gastrointestinal problems, excessive sweating, substantial weight gain, hair loss, skin rashes, sexual problems, and other unpleasant and distressing symptoms. Okay, so this is where the person who's taking the medication needs to be completely open with you, because you don't want them on medication that has such terrible bad effects on them. Okay, because at the end of the day, the medication is supposed to make them feel better and not make them feel worse. Okay, so if they're having adverse effects to the medication that they're on, they need to then speak to their specialist or their psychologist to change the medication and see what else can work for them. Okay, if someone you care about has stopped their medication or expresses a desire to discontinue medication, it may be helpful to inquire as to what their reasons are. They may well have compelling reasons beyond merely, I'm feeling better and I don't need it. Others may claim that they enjoy the high of hypomania and don't want to take medication that will end their feeling of euphoria. Adverse effects are most commonly experienced when starting a new medication or increasing the dose. However, they may occur at any time in treatment and may be a cause of substantial distress or discomfort to the individual. If your loved one is not adhering to their medication regime because of adverse effects, do encourage them to talk with their doctor to determine whether a change in strength or timing of dose or an alternative medication might alleviate or minimize the problem to a tolerable level. So yes, there are certain ways that you can help the effects of the drug that you're taking. So just for example, I'll give you an example. When I was much younger and I was on the pill, I always found that the pill made me nauseous. Okay, so instead of taking it in the morning, I used to change it and I used to take it at night before I went to bed. So that way I didn't feel the nausea because I was sleeping. So there are ways to change things around. So if they are having an issue with their medication, try and find ways to change it to make it be better or easier for them. But always discuss it with your specialist or psychologist. Don't make these decisions on your own. Okay, because there might be a specific reason that that person needs to take that medication at that specific time. So never do it on your own. Always discuss it with your specialist or your psychologist. Okay. Is everybody happy with everything so far? Thank you, Laurynne. Yes, please smash the like button, everybody. Please. I would be very grateful if you do. And if you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and you'll see it'll come up with a bell. Click on the bell icon and click on all. Otherwise you won't get notified of all of my streams. Lynn says, Laura, this is an awesome stream. It's a pleasure, Lynn. I aim to please. If I can help people, that is what I would like to do. Okay. So number 5, assist during a manic or hypomanic episode. If you notice signs that your family member may be experiencing an episode, it is crucial to engage them in harm reduction. Okay. Negotiate to reduce harm during risky behaviors, gambling, excessive spending, drug abuse, reckless driving. Keep children, disabled people, and other vulnerable people away so that their antics do not disturb them. Speaking with your loved one's medical health healthcare person, or calling an ambulance or suicide hotline if they are at risk of harming themselves or others. Okay, so that is very, very important. If you recognize that the person is having an episode, if it is on the point of an episode where they want to harm themselves, then call an ambulance or call somebody who you know can help. Okay. If they are the other side of the spectrum, then try and negotiate them. Try and take their mind off of the risky behaviors that they're doing. Okay. And number 6, plan for a crisis. That is very, very, very important. It is important to have an action plan for dealing with an emergency to effectively de-escalate a crisis. Have contact info of important relatives who can help, as well as doctors' numbers and hospital addresses. Do not just store this information on your phone in case it loses battery. You should have these numbers written down and on you at all times, such as in a wallet or purse. Give a copy to your family member. You could even develop this plan together with your family member when your family member is emotionally stable. And another idea which I think I quite like is those medic alert bracelets. So if your family member is bipolar, then it might be an idea to get a medic alert bracelet saying that they are bipolar. Okay, you don't want something to happen and you are not around, or another family member is not around them, and they're by themselves and they have an episode, and say for example they pass out or unconscious for some unknown reason, then somebody can actually read on their band that they are bipolar. And the reason why I say that is because, number one, you don't know, they won't know if a ambulance comes or they end up going to hospital or something like that. They won't know what medication they are on. So what would be a good idea is to maybe list their bipolar, and underneath the bracelet list the medication that they're on. Okay, even if it's just stuck there with paper or a sticker or something. Okay, and have a family member's number on that medic alert bracelet. So if something like that does happen, they've got exactly right there who to call. Okay, that is very important for people who suffer with all sorts of things, where they could become unconscious, like what's that other one where they fall asleep? Necrophilia, what's it? Yeah, I'm thinking, I can't think of the name now. I think it's necrophilia or something like that, where the people fall asleep. Okay, so that's certain. Where can I get a medical alert bracelet? Go to your nearest Dis-Chem, Lynn. You should be able to order them at Dis-Chem. Otherwise, let me just check here. I know that there is a place online where you can order them from. Sorry, I'm just looking on Google for you quickly. Medic alert bracelet. Let me just put there, South Africa. Yeah, I think the company is called ICE.
Ice tags.
Yeah. So if you go and look at Lynn, it's called ICE tags. Please post it in the comments, love. It's called ICE tags. ICE tags. Okay. I know that they make a lot of medic alert bracelets for all sorts of different things. I should actually have one. because I'm allergic to Voltaren, but I don't have one. And my camera just froze again. Can you guys see me? Yeah, diabetes as well, Lynn. Can you guys see me? I can see my camera's frozen. I don't know why this... It's actually the webcam, guys. I don't know why the webcam is doing this lately.
Sorry, I'm going to lose you.
They actually didn't lose me. It still looks the same. Not this again. Am I still frozen on your guys' side?
No.
Let me try and... This is so frustrating. I don't know why this thing's doing this lately. Sorry, everybody. And I actually realized after the last time I did it, I actually realized that it's the camera itself. For some unknown reason that it's doing this. Okay, let's do this. Let's see if we can switch to the other camera. Let's try that. Video. Yeah. Advanced. Yes, I know, Tyler. My daughter thinks she's smarter than everyone else. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to change the video capture device here. But it's weird, it doesn't seem to do it on StreamYard, so... It only seems to do it when I'm streaming on... Okay. So yes, the quality is not going to be as great, but what do we do? Whew, and now that light is very bright. Where's the light? Sorry guys. Can you see me now? Yeah, I changed it after that, so just give it a minute. Okay, so now you can see me. Let me just put it in the right place. Okay, so you can see me now. Sorry, I don't know why my webcam is deciding to freeze lately. It's like, whoa, that's like a bit close. Okay, let's move this a bit far away. It's like, woo, in my face. Okay, is that better? Sorry, I know that the picture is worse, but at least there's picture. So, okay, so let me change back to where I was. Okay. Lynn says, can you not switch it off? The camera I can, but the problem is even if I switch it off and back on again, it's not making a difference. So yeah. So, but I've turned it off now in the settings as well. So I'm sorry now that the quality is a bit bleh. But I'd rather you see me in crappy quality than not see me at all. Okay, cool. So let's carry on. So yes, have a look up ICE. It's ICE. Did you post it, love?
Yes.
ICE, yeah. Johan's posted it. ICE tags. They are quite affordable. They're not very expensive. I think they're around 200 Rand, if I'm not mistaken. And you send into them what information you would like on the tag. Okay, so yeah, it's a very, very good idea to have that. Very, very good idea. Gentle Inflatable says, yay, we see you. I see you. I see you. Okay. Next. Okay, so remember now we've gone through medication, we've gone through support, and we've gone through assisting during a manic or hypomanic episode, and we've also dealt with planning for a crisis. Okay. The next thing is help your family member avoid triggers. So this is what I was saying in the beginning. Avoid the triggers. Okay. A trigger is a behavior or situation that may increase the likelihood of a negative outcome. In this case, a manic or hypomanic or depressive episode. Possible triggers include substances such as caffeine, alcohol, especially alcohol, and other drugs. Triggers can also include negative emotions such as stress, and imbalanced diets, sleep irregularities, and that's either too much sleep or too little. Because remember, don't you sometimes wake up and you've had too much sleep and you actually feel tighter and you feel more depressed? Okay? And interpersonal conflicts. Your loved one will have their own specific triggers. You can help by discouraging your family member from engaging in these behaviors or by helping them prioritize their responsibilities to reduce stress levels. So this is why I say sit down and have an open conversation with them. And let them know the reason why you want to know these things. And the reason why you want to know them is so that you can be there for them and that you can help them. Sometimes people suffering with bipolar disorder don't actually know what their triggers are. So try and help them identify it with them. Okay? Because if they don't know, then it's not really going to help. So try and work out with them. Try and help them identify what their triggers are. Okay? Criticism and critical people are common bipolar triggers. And your hands just got called out. Yeah, your hand's just been called out. There's an issue somewhere. Okay. So remember, criticism and critical people are common bipolar triggers. That's why I was saying in the beginning, don't criticize them for their disorder. It is not, they can't help it. They're not doing it on purpose. Okay? If you live with your family member, you could remove substances such as alcohol from the home. You could also attempt to foster a relaxing environment by controlling lighting, music, and energy levels. So, if you know that negativity is one of their triggers, don't go home in a bad mood. Okay? I know it's hard. I know it's really, really hard. But try not go home in a bad mood and go home and start shouting and screaming and trying to vent. So you're trying to get everything off your chest, and meanwhile you're starting an episode with your loved one. Okay? Be very, very careful. You don't trigger them. Okay? And that's one thing you have to really, really look out for. It's not an easy thing. Lynn says you still look awesome. Thank you. Can't see as much of me, but okay. All right. So that was helping your family member avoid triggers. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes left. Otherwise, we're going to jump into Ronaldo's Sunday service with Chris White this evening. Exercise compassion. The more educated you become about bipolar disorder, the more understanding and accepting you will be. While it may still be a challenge to cope with this disorder in the family, your concern and thoughtfulness can go a long way in supporting your family member. So that's why I said go and do your research. Okay, go and research what bipolar is. Okay, make sure that cook. Don't forget your phone.
No.
Sorry, there's like guns getting loaded here. Be careful, please. Is your bulletproof in your boots?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so
You're scaring Sheila.
so just be careful. Sorry, guys. I hate it when he gets these. I really, really do. Because I don't know what he's walking into.
I'm going to Alberta.
To Alberton.
Yes.
Holy crumbs. Okay. Alright. Sorry, that's like my trigger. I really don't like it when he gets these calls. Really, really don't like it. It gets my stress levels through the roof and it gets my anxiety going. As I don't know what he's walking into. I don't know if there's guns involved or if there's shooting involved or so. Yeah, so don't mind me. Okay, let's carry on. Alright. Okay, so one way to show that you care is by simply letting your family member know that you are there for them and you want to be supportive of their recovery. You can also offer to listen to them Can you two not hit each other with my cushions, please?
She started it.
Know that you are, so simply by letting your family member know that you are there for them and you want to be supportive of their recovery, you can also offer to listen to them if they want to talk about their illness. So make sure you have an open door policy. Okay, make sure that they know if they come to you and they say to you, look, I need to talk, that you are there and willing and able to go and talk to them. You know, make sure that you have a safe space. So make it, okay, well, let's go and sit in the room, or let's go sit outside on the veranda, or somewhere where you know it's peaceful, it's tranquil, and it's safe. Somewhere where they feel safe and comfortable, not where you feel safe and comfortable. Okay, it must be where they feel safe and comfortable. All right. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Well, another thing you can do is practice empathy. Okay, putting yourself in your family member's shoes is a helpful way to increase your understanding of their behavior, as well as to reduce your negative emotions about or reactions to their mental health. Allow yourself to imagine what it would be like to wake up unaware if that day you would be plummeted into depression or elevated into a frenzied state of energy. And personally, I must say, yeah, Leanne says, hectic, how do you cope? I don't know sometimes, I must be honest. Thank you, Lynn, for saying take care, Johanna, and Gentle for saying keep safe. Well, God will be watching over him, so he'll be fine. Yeah, sorry, that kind of like puts me off like completely. So yeah, so make sure that the person knows that you're there for them. Make sure that you're open to discussions with them. Make sure that you know how to practice empathy. So go and do research about the disorder. Go and research on it. Go and learn how you can help. I say, get the ICE tags. Okay, it's a really, really good product. Get ICE tags. Make sure it's got contact information. Make sure it's got what medication they're on. But what I recommend is putting the medication on like a sticker, like you get these little printed stickers. Then at least if their medication changes, you can change it. Okay? It's not like a permanent thing on there that you have to go and get the whole thing reprinted again. A Gentle Inflatable, send me kisses. Mwah, back at you, babe. Lynn says we are here for you. Thank you. Lizelle says hugs. Thank you all you guys. I know that you're all here for me, and it feels amazing to have so many people there for me. I really, really appreciate it. And unfortunately, I can't sit here and chat with you while he's out because now Ronaldo is going to be streaming. So it would have been lekker to be on here with you guys while he's away. So yeah. But yeah, what can we do? And we'll all chat on Ronaldo's stream. Okay, does anybody have any questions or anything that they would like to say? Lone Wolf says was diagnosed with bipolar by one psychiatrist and did meds for it for 6 years. Changed to another psychiatrist and got re-diagnosed to major depression 4 years now. Get the right psychiatrist. Yes, I agree with you. Always go and get a second opinion. Don't just take your first psychiatrist's word for it, okay? Leanne Prince said, Laura, you really have nailed it with all the advice. Great channel. It's a pleasure, Leanne. You know, I really, and this is why this channel is a passion for me, because this is the whole reason why I created this channel, was to help people. And if I know, even if I'm helping one person, it's a lot for me, and it means something to me. And, you know, if I know I'm helping that one person, then it just increases my passion, if you know what I'm saying. It makes me want to do this more. It makes me happy that I'm helping people. So that's what my stream is all about. It's all about making people smile and making people feel better and giving the great advice that people need. So, and if you guys, please, if you guys have any suggestions about any future streams you want me to do, let me know. If you're not on our Femme Fatale Telegram group, please join us on there. You know, we have a couple of chats every now and then. We don't go absolutely mad in our chats. Look, we have our days where we do like quite a few messages. But a lot of the days we're quite chilled and there's a message back and forth, but it's not hectic. And on that group, if you need help or you need assistance, I mean like advice kind of wise, or you need somebody to just be there for you, an ear to listen, then message in that group. We're all in there to help each other. We're like one big happy family. Okay? Ron says, good job, Laura, proud of you. Oh, my favorite person, Ruan, my favorite person. So please, if you have any recommendations of any streams you'd like me to focus on, then let me know in the Telegram group. If you go into the Telegram group and you click on the name, the Femme Fatale name, then it'll show you all the members in the group and you'll find me there. And you can actually message me privately in Telegram. And you can say to me, no, Laura, I battle with this condition, I battle with depression or stress or whatever it is, you know, I would love it if you did a stream about it. Then I will do one. I'll do my research and I will do one. Okay? So please, let me know. You know, give me your feedback. I'd love to hear feedback. So even if you thought something I said in the stream was wrong, don't be afraid to say so. You know, because we learn through our mistakes. Everybody's saying thank you. Yes, Lynn, hang in there, please. Our prayers are with you. Lynn says, very helpful stream. Thank you, Laura. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much, everybody. Again, don't forget to smash a like button if you haven't already. And also, if you would like to sponsor my channel, I don't know if I'm pointing the right way. If you'd like to sponsor my channel, there is a SnapScan, as well as a description for SnapScan. Well, the link for SnapScan in the description below. All the proceeds for the SnapScan are going towards getting the merchandise up and going. I want to try and get inspirational shirts made. So all of that money is going towards that. And I'm sort of building it up so that I can order like quite a few, because the more you order, the less the price becomes. So in other words, the more I order, the less the price is to sell it to you guys. And that is my aim, because I don't want to sell you guys a shirt that's 300 Rand. You know what I'm saying? That's like crazy. So I want to try and get pricing down. So I'm collecting all the SnapScan money together so that we can get that sorted. Lazelle says, thanks, Laura. It's a pleasure, my hun. Okay, so if you guys have any ideas of any future streams, let me know in our Telegram group. And please, if you're having a hard time, join us in the Telegram group. Let's talk about it. Let's all talk about it together as a family. Okay, and I'm going to go now. And I will see you guys on Wednesday for the how-to video. I had an idea on what to do on the how-to video and I forgot. Even if you have any ideas for any of the videos that I do, if you want me to do a how-to video on something specific, or if you want me to do a stream on something specific, let me know. Hey, even if you have any ideas what to do the trivia about on Fridays, you can let me know that as well. Okay. Stolen by Mother says, long as there's some V-neck tees. Yes, I want to do them V-neck tees. Where it's just going to have the logo on the front, not the name, just the logo, and on the back I wanted to say the wording of my intro. And so it'll just have the logo in the front, and then the wording of my intro at the back. Okay. Lone Wolf says, I also have to mention, if you receive one type of medication and experience side effects, list them and tell your doctor. Your doctor won't know if you don't exactly. I did mention that, Lone Wolf, that if you are having side effects, speak about it with your doctor or psychologist or specialist. Otherwise, they won't know. If they don't know about it, they can't change the medication and help you. Okay, Lynn says, you are making a difference in our lives. Thank you. Well, that is my aim. As I say, if I can help people, then I'm happy. And I sleep well. And it makes me feel happy knowing that I'm helping people. So even if I'm just helping one person, that makes my day. But thank you so much, everybody. I really, really appreciate all of you. Oh, now my mouse doesn't want to work either. I really, really appreciate all of you. And I appreciate all of you taking out your time to be here with me this evening and watch me and interact with me. It's really, really great, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to have to sort out another webcam because this one clearly ain't working. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Have a great one. Enjoy. And don't forget to wake up tomorrow morning and tell yourself that you're awesome. Okay? Cheers, everybody. I'll see you on Ronaldo. Bye.